प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी संबोधन दे रहे हैं।
On behalf of the 1.4 billion people of India, I bring greetings of friendship, goodwill, and brotherhood. Tena istilin. Salam. Honorable members, in this great building, your laws are shaped. Here, the will of the people becomes the will of the state. And when the will of the state is in harmony with the will of the people, the wheel of progress moves forward with hope and purpose. Through you, I am also speaking to your farmers in the fields, to the entrepreneurs building new ideas, to the proud women leading communities and institutions, and to the young people of Ethiopia who are shaping the future. I thank you for the immense privilege. Yesterday, I was also honored to receive the Grand Honor Nishan of Ethiopia from my dear friend, Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. I accept this award with folded hands, with humility on behalf of the people of India. Am Sagnalo. Honorable members, Ethiopia is one of the oldest civilizations in human history. Here, history is alive in the mountains, in the valleys, and in the hearts of the Ethiopian people. Today, Ethiopia stands tall because its roots are deep. To stand in Ethiopia is to stand where the past is honored, the present is full of purpose, and the future is welcomed with open hearts. The blend of old and new, this balance between ancient wisdom and modern ambition, this is the true strength of Ethiopia. The spirit of Medemer or synergy is very familiar to us in India. Like the monolithic churches of Lalibela, the ancient rock temples of Tamil Nadu in India are also prayers set in stone. We too are an ancient civilization, walking confidently into the future. With the call of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas, together for everyone's growth, with everyone's trust and effort. Our emotions for our motherland also reflect our shared perspectives. India's national song, Vande Mataram, and the Ethiopian national anthem both refer to our land as the mother. They inspire us to take pride in the heritage, culture, national beauty, and protect the motherland. Honorable members, science has traced some of the earliest footprints of our species in Ethiopia. When the world speaks of Lucy, of Dinkinesh, they are not speaking only of fossil. They are speaking of a beginning. A beginning that belongs to all of us, whether we live in Addis Ababa or in Ayodhya. In India, we say, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. The world is one family. It reminds us that beyond politics, beyond borders, beyond differences, we share a common origin. And if our beginning was shared, then our destiny must also be shared. Honorable members, India and Ethiopia share warmth in climate as well as in spirit. Nearly 2,000 years ago, our ancestors built connections across great waters. Across the Indian Ocean, merchants sailed with spices, cotton, coffee, and gold. But they traded more than goods. They exchanged ideas, stories, and way of life. Ports like Adulis and Dholera were not just trade centers. They were bridges between civilizations. In modern times, our relationship entered a new era. Indian soldiers fought alongside Ethiopians for the liberation of Ethiopia in 1941. Our formal diplomatic relations began soon after India became independent. But even before embassies were set up, our people had already started writing a new chapter together. Thousands of Indian teachers came to Ethiopia. They taught children in Addis Ababa, in Dire Dawa, from Bahirdar to Mekele. They reached Ethiopian schools and entered Ethiopian hearts. Even today, many Ethiopian parents speak warmly about Indian teachers who shape the future of their children. And just as Indian teachers came here, Ethiopian students also traveled to India, seeking knowledge and friendship. They went to India as students and returned home as the builders of modern Ethiopia. I am told that some of them are present here in this parliament right now. Including the Honorable Speaker Tagese Chapo. They have